Last month, I visited my daughter in California, who has a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old who go to a little Montessori school there, and they are off for the summer. Robin corresponds with Sister Marcia. She was in her class as a little primary person and still writes to her. And so I just learned when we just learned that Sister Marcia had fallen. And the day we learned it, a letter from her came in the mail to Robin. So it had been written before. And so we read it together, and I thought, oh, Sister Marcia's words. You just need to somehow have a binder with all of them in there so we can, hear her voice from time to time. So I thought with Montessori Moment, I would read this letter. So I photocopied it. I want you to see what her cursive handwriting looks like. Anyway, I'm sure Robin was, asking what in the heck she was going to do with the children over the summer, since they weren't in Montessori school and she was not a Montessorian and worried about that. And anyway, so Sister Marcia says, "Dear Robin, normalcy has become one of my favorite words. Your letter helped me to set the stage for a little return to that beloved space. Living in an institution with a large number of individuals is a challenge. Chief among them are the multiple reasons to celebrate. The church calendar is full, the holiday calendar has a large portion of the days, acknowledging benefactors and the involvement in their project is constant. Our sports fans are very busy, business and retreats for each of our sisters is routine each year, you get the point. So after a long siege, there was time for some quiet and normalcy. Your letter came like a bit of fresh air, thank you. Now that you are an adult with a husband and children of your own, I would like to remind you of the underlying principle of Montessori. Every child is created whole, that is, perfect, with everything. Therefore, it is not possible to add anything. The child is created to the image and likeness of God. In order to be like God, the child must have free will, or he would not be like God. Because of free will, the child will make a series of choices. If it can be established how rich and powerful he is, the child will make the right choices and create much good for others. Montessori said, I am just a finger pointing to the child. And Jesus said, unless you become like one of these, you cannot enter heaven. So I've told the children that adults cannot remember what it is like to be children, and that is why we give them some freedom so they can show us. And on the other hand, children do not yet know what it is to be adults. So we are partners, teaching each other rather than adults over children. And this is the plan. It is a pleasure to see this working out through you and Daniel and your children. Much love, Sister Marcia. Wow. And I thought, and she was like, oh, children are created with everything they need. Okay, I'll try to remember that. So that, there's nothing we can really, you don't have to worry about having to add to them to make them, something that we want. We just celebrate them as they are. So that's my Montessori Moment.
She's amazing.
Isn't she amazing?
Absolutely.
I'll have to tell you, just because it's a little story. The little 3-year-old James went to the drawer and pulled out 3 big plastic tumblers. And I said, what are you doing, James? And he said, I'm going to pour. I thought, okay. So he filled all 3 tumblers with water. And I was so tempted to say, you have to leave one of them empty, James. He filled all of them full, and he put them on the table, and he sat and he looked at them like, He's 3, and so he just sat there for me, didn't say anything, and then he picked one up and drank it. And then poured the other 2, and I thought, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that is terrific.
He made a choice, worked it out, and did his pouring, and then put it away.
Little objects.
Oh, his little objects. In his bedroom, he had a little drawer with 5 objects in it. There was a little car, a shell, a little sports card of some sort, a little action figure, and something else. And I said, so James, what have you got in your drawer? He said, ingredients. And that's all, ingredients. And I thought, those are the ingredients for a little boy. Okay? Those are the ingredients by which you make a little boy. He had them in his drawer, and there they were. So
you need to write all this down. You need your own book, Betty.
Those 3 with the 3-year-olds. You're with them all day. You need to write it down.